Gentlemen, we'd like to make a start, so if you wouldn't mind gathering around. We have got Swift V with us today, so we have to start at 12 o'clock. But before we start, Morgan's going to say a couple of words, and also our esteemed guest here today, Mr. Roy Hayes, will be saying a couple of words, and then we'll get on the go. But before we carry on, Morgan, over to you.
Okay, morning everyone. Welcome and thanks for your interest in our cattle. We hope you guys have a good day and get what you want. Some people have come a long way due to their interest in cattle. It's an absolute privilege to have a day like this and to celebrate our cattle and our lives which are intertwined. We have a buyer-friendly sale, so we don't limit the numbers, and we believe we've got a good offering of herd improvers. Special thanks to the buyers today and to the repeat buyers. We greatly value your support. Sponsors, Stuart at BKB, Mark Bradley, Standard Bank, Tembakazi, Tian at Furmo, and Don Knott. To our auctioneer, Jeremy Pearson, thank you. And then the inspectors and the screening, which is done by Pat and Wade Bailey. And then behind the scenes, my mom, Christine, and the briars, Peter Brill. And then also thanks to Gary Trathui for helping us with our selections. With regards to the cattle on auction today, the bulls have been blooded for African and Asiatic red water and Gorsic. They all have a natural immunity to African red water and Gorsic. With instructions with transport and insurance, please check the catalogue. And with regards to the females, they transported at the buyer's expense. We test all our bulls, we DNA test all our bulls for sire verification. And if you have any problems, please talk to us. We put a high selection pressures on our cattle, but inevitably, sometimes things do go wrong. Thank you and good luck.
Shot, Morgs. I think you can give him a hand of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He's not used to this sort of hostile environment. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a privilege for me to introduce somebody who has played a huge role in my life. And I think with special things, no huge introductions need to be made. So Roy Hayes, would you mind opening for us, please?
No, don't worry. Give it good. Hello, you chaps. I mustn't forget the chap S's as well. You know, quickly now, an auction is a mooi place to be at. There's a clump of buyers, one seller. And between the two of those looking after the whole thing, there's a fellow known as an auctioneer. Well, I'm going to say to you, these bulls are outstanding. But I'm not going to say more about that because I want to remind you of what happened to me one day in the 70s. I was conducting a bull sale in Pretoria. And these chaps were coming to me. My nickname there was Royan. In the Free State, I was called Joppie Adderman, dear and well, want to say much, and this wonderful, well-dressed, tall, good old Afrikaans fella came up to me and he said to me, luister, jy moet oppas, jy moet nie vir daai mense vertel, moet nie jou bek opmaak nie, want, nou, en I said, hoekom? He said, want elke man soen sy vrou op sy eie manier. He's going to buy the wool that he wants. So, all I can say is, get stuck in your boat and get into this place that this fella's going to run here. But now, before I sit down, we cannot start anything without a prayer. And something that is close to my heart. So I'm going to ask you all, Namo, Abandwek, Nisega, Yani Wangela Yalakovi, Sikebo, Siafuya, Bani Tibenena, Kubani Man, Kuban, Nitega Kabu, Nonuabe, get boots, go to Benazu. Right, let us pray. Almighty Lord, we've gathered here today under your guidance, your omnipotence, your immense power, and we are nesting in the cleft of the rock. We ask that you would be the captain here today, and that everyone would be happy with the proceedings, and that we all get home safely. This we do because you are our God, and what we have has come from you. So we bless you and thank you for that, and this all in the name of your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Mr. Auctioneer,
Thank you, Mr. Hayes. Ladies and gentlemen, the normal conditions of sale apply, which is cash in the day of sale unless prior arrange be made. Normale verkoopvoorwaardes dierhede is kontant die dag van die veiling tensy anders by die afslag gereël. Ladies and gentlemen, the conditions of sale are in your catalog and they're also at the tea house. And with your kind permission, we'll take them not only as read, fully understood. We are using buyer's card here registered. We'll bring you a card and we will register ready for done. I just want to reiterate the fantastic offering. Llewellyn, congratulations, my friend. Your cattle are absolutely magnificent. And with respect, if they weren't getting better and better each year, I'd say you need to stop, but you definitely don't need to stop. I'm only going to highlight one thing, ladies and gentlemen, about the cattle today, and that is fertility. If you look at the intercalving of all the dams, they are all within 366 days, and a lot of stud sales nowadays are not even posting that thing or that particular on the catalogue. So I'm just going to say fertility, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Your preference in the bulls? Well, we'll see. As Roy Boy says, elke man soen sy vrou op sy eie manier. So, have a happy sale, ladies and gentlemen. If there are any questions, I'll answer any questions out of the ambit of politics. Enige vrae, dames en here? We start then with the first bull, ladies and gentlemen. He's a 5-year-old bull, high fertility, ladies and gentlemen. He's a growthy guy. He's been used in the stud. Obviously, something for you, a special thing here today, ladies and gentlemen. Wie sê en waar sê julle? No question. Who says and what do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Start, go, yeah, gentlemen. Anyway, gentlemen, at 50,000 to start, ladies and gentlemen, 50,000. 50,000 anyway, gentlemen, for the 5-year-old. Anybody interested in, gentlemen, start me at 40, please. 40,000. 40,000 anyway, gentlemen, for the 5-year-old now. If we say at 40,000 here, stel iemand belang. 50,000. 50,000, 40,000 anyway, I beg your pardon. 40,000. 40,000 anyway, gentlemen, 40,000. Nobody want the older chap. 40,000, please. 40,000. 40,000. Nobody want, gentlemen. Nobody want the older chap for 40,000. We'll just let it. 35 money. 35, 35. Thank you, John. At 35, at 35, 5 at 35. Look at me, gentlemen. At 35, at 36, at 36, at 38, at 38, at 38, 40, donkey. At 40,000, at 42, at 42, got a 44, Christo donkey. At 46, got a 46 now. At 46, Lanky. At 46, 48, at 48, at 48. 48,000 is going to Adelaide, gentlemen, at 48,000. Absolute steal at 48,000. At 48,000, ladies and gentlemen, almal klaar. No more. 48,000, thank you very much. Christo, van der Walt buyers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. He sold, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye, donkey. I think you've got something special. And Mr. Landman, you've taught me once again, it's not where you start, it's where you end. I was out of that academy next to the man there. Lots of beef here, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible birth weight of 34 kilos. There you have the intercalving of 308 days, ladies and gentlemen. An impressive bull here. He's only 3-year-olds. The first of the 3-year-olds, ladies and gentlemen, get in early. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? 1,000 anyway, gentlemen. Start me at 40 surely. 40,000. 40,000 is not money for this bull, gentlemen. 40,000. I got 40,000 now. 50,000. At 40,000, I got a 40,000. 1,000 number of 40,000. 1,000 number of 40,000. I've got, gentlemen, 42. 42, got a 42, 44, 44, 44, at 46, 48, I got a 48,000 now, 48,000, I got a 48, I got a 50,000, 50,000 now, and 2, at 52, got a 52, 2, got a 52, sir, 54, 50, 56, 58, I got a 58, 8, I got a 58 now, 60,000 now, at 60,000, I got a 62, 62, 64, at 64, got a 64, 4, got a 66,000 now, at 66, Mark Vieswer, at 66, 68,000 now, at 68, one more, sir, 70,000, at 70,000, about 70,000, at 70,000, the antwoord is ja, at 70,000, 2, at 72, the answer is yes, 74, at 74, got a 74, sir, at 74, alleenlik nou, at 74, got a 74, 76. 76 over 78 now. At 78 over 78, 8 of dankie vir die hulp meneer. At 78 over 78 now. At kom weer 78 over 78. At 78 over 78. Gentlemen and ladies, I'm going to knock down 80,000. 80,000 over 80,000 now. 82. 82, got 82, 2, got 82, gentlemen. At 82,000, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not 82,000 from Mr. The last buy, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. 22. There was half the love story there. Big hug, ladies. Thank you. Good morning. I haven't seen you. Right, number 3. I was thinking of Newton. What a good man. Number 3 is his name, ladies and gentlemen. He's a bit for you today. Also, 359. He's been used in the stud, and all I've written here is balance. He's balanced, ladies and gentlemen. He's 3 years old. He's it for you. Off the grass, ladies and gentlemen. Asseblief, 40,000, 40,000, 40,000. Surely chaps, this pool's worth 40,000. 40,000 anyway, gentlemen, at 40,000. Praat met my. 40,000. Nobody want him. 40,000. I got 40,000 town. I got 40,000 now. 40,000. I got a top at 40,000. At 40,000. I got 40,000 town. I got 40,000. Praat met my era. At 40,000. At 42. At 42. Got a 42. Got a 42 sir. At 42 now. At 42 on my right. At 42. At 42. Got a 42. Got a 42 sir. At 42. At 42,000. I got a 42,000. I've got two birds now. At 42. At 42. Got a 42. Gentlemen and ladies, are you all done? Almal klaar. Wat sê julle Swift V? 42,000. Nobody coming in, ladies and gentlemen. At 42,000. No more. 42,000. He sold. Thank you very much. Sy nommer asseblief, Here. Nommer 5. Nommer 3. Nommer 3. Koop nommer 3 daai. Baie dankie, Here. Landman Investments. No. New Horizons Family Trust, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4. An extremely long bull with an extremely good head here, ladies and gentlemen. 363 into carving. He's been used in the stud. Hy's lank, hy's soos 'n trein, Here. Wie sê en wat sê hulle 50,000, Here? 50,000. 3 years old again, yeah. What do you say at 40? 40,000. 40,000 anyway, gentlemen, surely at 40,000 now. 40,000, got a 40,000, 2 got a 42, 2 got a 44, 44, 46, got a 46, 48 now. 50,000 dankie, 52, at 52 dankie, at 55 now. At 50,000 only, gentlemen, at 52, at 52 for a top. McLean Bull at 52, got a 52, 2 got a 52, 2 got a 52. At 52,000, ladies and gentlemen, are you done? No more. 52,000. Buyer number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Baie dankie, julle beste. Berg Farm, Kroonstad. Right. Number 5. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, a growthy man. A growthy man, yeah, what do you say? Very, very good head here. He's also been used in the stud. 366 into carving, ladies and gentlemen. We see and wat sê hulle? 50,000, 50,000, 50,000, 40 anyway. 40,000 surely at 40,000 now. 40,000 we stel belang, Here. At 40,000, anybody interested? 40,000, 40,000 surely, gentlemen, at 40,000. Nobody want him. 40,000, 40,000 anyway, ladies and gentlemen. 40,000 we say. 40,000. Shall we try Tian's trick at 35? 35. Nobody want him. 35. Praat met my, Here. 35. 35,000 anyway. 35,000 now. 35. Stel iemand belang. 35,000. But at 35. 35,000 now. At 35. At Mr. Kuesbird. At 35,000. At 35,000. But at 35. 35. At 35. At 35. Gentlemen, I've got one bid. At 35. Don't make a mistake. At 35. At 35,000. Gentlemen, are you all finished and done? Almal klaar? No more. He sold, thank you very much. Buyer number 31. Buyer number 31, Zed Kue. Thought so. He's bought the odd bull in his life, ladies and gentlemen, and he is somewhat of a bull. This bull won't go 35,000. He's number 6 for you today, ladies and gentlemen. All I've got written next to him is balance. He's got length, he's got everything. 354 days into carving, ladies and gentlemen. He's been used in the stud. 'n Prachtbul hierso vir julle vandag, Here. 50,000 asseblief. 50,000. 50,000 anyway, gentlemen, start me. 40. 40,000, number 40, thank you. At 40,000, number 40,000, number 42, got a 42. At 44, 46. At 46, I got a 46, 6, got a 48 now. At 48, is it a board, meneer? 50 dankie. 50,000, 50,000, I got a 52. 52, got a 54, got a 54, 4, got a 54. 56,000, I got a 56, 58 now. At 58, maak vol. 60 dankie. 60, at 60, jy kry hom met hy bot, Here. At 60,000, at 60,000, I got a 60,000, are you also? At 2, at 62, at 62, got a 62. At 64, where's my bid? At 66, I got a 66. 68, at 68 my kant nou, at 68,000, number 68, number 68, gentlemen, at 68,000 at the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, 70, at 70, at 70, but at 70 is the vloekwoord daai, at 70, but at 70, Here, at 70 ons vloek na die tyd, at 70, but at 70, gentlemen, almal klaar at 70,000, no more. 70,000, koper nummer 8, baie dankie, here. Die van Heerdens koop vennote, daar sy, sakkie, baie dankie. Number 7. We appreciate all the bids, ladies and gentlemen. I've got length and growthy, a good bull here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously a good converter, you can see him, neat head. He's worth it, ladies and gentlemen, 50,000 asseblief. 50,000. 50,000 anyway, gentlemen, start me at 40. 40,000. Wie stel belang, here? 40,000. Nobody want him. 40,000 anyway, gentlemen, at 40,000. Please get a 40,000. 40,000. Nobody want him at 40,000, gentlemen. 40,000. Wie stel belang? Hello, Angus. At 40,000 anyway, gentlemen, 40,000. Stel iemand belang. 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000. 40,000 now at 40,000 at 40,000 I got a 40,000 number 40,000 at 40,000 at 40,000 number 42 got a 42 got a 42 sir 42 got a 42 got a 42 at 42 Simon Yard at 42 got a 42 you cut him vat hom met een bot my oom at 42,000 ladies and gentlemen no more 42,000 wat sy nommer my oom Nummer 1, net later gaan skoop hier en Sarah. They are from Hofmeyer, Steinsburg, Maltino, daarom. Alival, daar sê. Nee, oom, dis nie lekker woord. Reg, here. Number 7's gone. Number 8, Pierce Peace. Length, he's a nice dark color, ladies and gentlemen, intercarving of 361. He's been used in the stud. High indices right through, ladies and gentlemen. 96 is not necessarily a bad indice. It's close to the mean. Right, gentlemen, what do you say? Goeie billetjie, dames en here, wie sê en wat sê hulle 50,000 here? 40,000. 40,000, gentlemen, surely at 40,000 now. This man breeds his cattle in and out. 40,000, the Snelling's bid. At 40,000, number 40,000, number 42, got a 42, 44. 44, got a 44, 4, got a 46, 48, at 48, number 48, Simon, one more 50. At 52, Linden. At 52, got a 52, 2, got a 52 now. At 52, Mr. Snelling's bid, gentlemen, at 52. At 52,000, I got a 52, gentlemen. At 52, 54. 56, I got a 56, 58, 60,000, but a 60,000 here, at 60, at 60,000, but a 60,000 town, number 62, at 64, got a 64, 4, got a 64 now, at 64, gentlemen, 66, 68. Maak hom vol my oom. 70 dankie, 72, at 72 he's going to Cathcart this bull, at 72 got a 2-2, at 72, gentlemen, are you done at 72, 74 got a 76, I'm not klar. No more. 76, I apologize, James. 76, James and Lyndon standing by, ladies and gentlemen, number 8. The bull was buyer number 19. Buyer number 19. Snelling Farms. Number 9. Number 9, I've marked this bull, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. What do you say about him, ladies and gentlemen? He's long, he's growthy, impressive fellow gentleman. Winners come from length. This bull has got length. Wie sê en wat sê julle dames en here 50,000 asseblief? 50,000. Johan, waar is jy? 50,000. 40,000 surely. 40,000 for a good bull at 40,000 now. 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000 at the top. At 40,000, number 42. At 42, 44. At 44, 46. At 46, 48,000. 50,000, Mr. Kempser. 52. 54, got a 54, 4, got a 54. Elke jaar so. 56. At 58. At 58, sogar. 58, 60,000. 62, got a 62, 64. At 64, what do you have? At 64, Donna, you should take over. At 64, got a 64, 4, got a 64, gentlemen. At 64,000 only now. At 64 for a special bull, gentlemen. At 64,000. No more. 64,000, he sold. Buyer number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Waterval boerdery. Waterval boerdery. They buy the bulls here every year, and him and his mater there. Battle over the same bulls every year. Right, gentlemen, length, length, length. Also intercarving 357, 357. Look at that birth weight, nice and low there. All the indices round about 100. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Number 10 is his number. Nice smooth coat. We're going into summer. Wie sê en wat sê hulle dames en here 50,000 asseblief? 50,000. 50,000, 40,000 surely. 40,000, thank you Simon. At 40,000. At 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000 now. At 40,000 only. At 40,000. At 40,000, I'm going to knock him down, gentlemen. At 40,000. At 40,000, number 40,000, I've got one bid. At 40,000. At 40,000. No more. Happy birthday, my friend. Thank you very much. You support us every year. We appreciate it. 22 is the buyer's number. 22. Mr. Harvey's going to pay the account. And we're pleased about that. 11 is the number, ladies and gentlemen, of the next bull. I've got just written balance here. It's been used in the stud. Intercarving of 355, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible birth mass, ladies and gentlemen, of 31 kilos. I almost weighed that. Right, chaps, what do you say? Wie sê en wat sê hulle, dames en here? 'n Prachtbil hier so, here. 50,000 asseblief, 40. 40,000. 40,000, gentlemen, shorty for functionality here. 40,000, number 40,000, number 42. 42, got a 44, 4, got a 44, gentlemen. 46, 46, number 46, 6, number 46 now. 46, kan ek een vat? At 46, at 46,000, number 46,000 now. At 46,000, number 46, gentlemen. At 46, I'm only got now. At 46, ladies and gentlemen. No more. 46,000 he sold. Mr. Kemp buys. Buyer number 9. Buyer number 9. Closest you're going to look for this come off. Number 11, ladies and gentlemen, is the bull gone out. I can see you all waiting for these 2-year-olds. Number 12. Number 12, ladies and gentlemen. There's lots of meat here. He's thick, he's broad. 'n Prachtbil hier, hy het die lengte ook. Wie sê en wat sê? Also used in the stud, ladies and gentlemen, is number 12 for you today. Wie sê en wat sê julle, dames en here? Can I go here? Can I go at 50,000? Let's make it 40. 40,000. 40,000. Anybody want him surely at 40,000 now? 40,000. 40,000. We praat at 40,000. At 40,002. 42 Kwiltalam Segazi. At 44. At 44. 46. At 46. Got a 46 Ilinde. Now get that. At 46. At 46. 48 now. 48. 50,000. 50,000. Number 50,000. At 50,000. Number 50,000. Number 50,000, gentlemen. At 50,000. At 50,000. On my left, ladies and gentlemen. 52. Jammer my oom. Baie dankie. 52. You've got it, Christo? 52. At 52, get a 52, 2, get a 52, 2, get a 52, gentlemen. At 52,000. No more. 52,000. En die kopernommer weer is nommer 3. Nommer 3, baie dankie, here. New Horizons Family Trust, ladies and gentlemen. See, these 2-year-olds are going to go. Number 13, balance, 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 ladies and gentlemen. 35, 35 on birth mass. Look at him. Good converter, ladies and gentlemen. 362. If he performs like that, his calves are going to do the same. All right, gentlemen, who says and what do you say? Can I go? Number 13 is for you here, ladies and gentlemen. Wie sê 50,000, 40,000. 40,000. 40,000, surely, gentlemen, 40,000 now. 40,000, who wants him? 40,000, the last of the 3-year-olds. At 40,000. 40,000, praat met my here. 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000 now. At 40,000. At 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000. One hit's going to take him. At 40,000. At 40,000. Gentlemen, are you done? 42. 42. 44. 44, 46, 46, got a 46. Pindang was young at 46, at 46, about 46 now, at 46, at 46,000, gentlemen. He's going to Hofmeyer. The number is number 1. Daar kom hulle nou deur, die 2 jaar oud bulle. Is ek reg? Ja. Jammer, ek het 'n bietjie fout gemaak gehad, ja, maar ek dink jy kan ook self kyk daar. Reg, here, nommer 14 is sy nommer. Very nice growthy bull there, ladies and gentlemen. He's a 2-year-old. Look at him, nice neat head. What do you say, gentlemen? Start, we're going to go. Visse, nice and coaty there, gentlemen. Start, we're going to go. 40,000, please. 40,000. 40,000, Visse, dames here at 40,000, surely. 40,000. 40,000, anybody interested, gentlemen, at 40,000, surely now. 40,000 for a 2-year-old bull. Nobody want him. 42, 40,000. 40,000 anyway, gentlemen, at 40,000. Let's try 35. 35, 35, nobody want him at 35, 35, gentlemen, who said 35, 35,000 anyway, 35,000, look at me, at 35,000, nobody want him at 35,000. Gentlemen, number 14 is going as not sold for now, but let him out. Number 14 as my eerste challenge, na die tyd. That challenge I like. Right. Gentlemen, not sold. Number 14 is not sold. Number 15 coming in. Very well put together bull. Gentlemen, he's nice and long. He's a beautiful bull, ladies and gentlemen. This one won't be going out not sold. Wie sê en wat sê hulle 50,000 here? 40, 40,000 surely. 40,000. Who's come to buy bulls now? 40,000. 40,000. Number 40,000. Number 40,000 now. At 40,000. At 40,000. Number 40,000. Number 40,000. Take my money here. At 40,000. At 40,000. Got a 40,000 now. 2, 42, 42, 40. 44, 44, 44, 46, 46, 46 now, 48,000. At 48,000, look at me, at 48,000, at 48,000. No more. Mr. Landman buys, ladies and gentlemen, the senior of the two Landmans. Number 4, buyer number 4. Right. Die ander ene, my groot moeilikheid op die rugbyveld. Die ander ene. Number 16 here is die bull vir jou vandag hierso. A growthy bull here with a lot of skin, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, indices are very, very good there. Intercalving of 360 days. Wie sê en wat sê hulle? What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? A nice head on this bull. Wat sê julle, dames en here? 40,000 asseblief. 40,000. 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000 now. At 40,000. At 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000, gentlemen. At 40,000, I've got one bid. At 40,000. At 40,000, number 40,000 for a neat bull, gentlemen. At 40,000. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got one bid. I'm not clear. No more. 40,000 if I may. He told me he was going to buy crawls. He put the bid in. Bye-bye, dankie here. Bye, dankie. You have a little bit of faith in your auctioneer if you do that, because if you tell him, he might do a bit of running, you know. But Roy Boy said that's illegal. That's illegal. Johan's number, sorry, 100. Buy number 100. Number 17 is the bull in front of you, ladies and gentlemen. A good converter. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Nice smooth coat. Wie sê en wat sê hulle, dames en here, wie sê? Who says and what do you say? 40,000 if I may, gentlemen. 40,000. 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000, the top row now. At 40,000. At 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000, at 40,000, at 40,000, number 40,000, gentlemen, look at me now. One bid at 140, 40,000, at 40,000, at 40,000, nobody else coming. 2, 42, 42, I come later. 42, 42, got a 42, give me one more swat. At 42, 44, 44, 44, 44, zango you can say. At 44, 46, at 46, I got a 46 now. At 46, what do I do now? At 46, gentlemen, are you done? Tatu kuwe, ya kongo siya, siya bule. Tambo, si kuwe mo. Buy number 31. Mr. Zoli Lekue, who I found, him and I were waiting for money there at Bishu one day. Number 18, ladies and gentlemen, nice and growthy bull, well put together, beautiful head. He's dokal, as they say in Adelaide, dokal. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Start me, can I go? Wie sê en wat sê julle, dames here? Can I go? Yeah, gentlemen, start me at 40,000, surely, gentlemen, at 40,000 now. 40,000, wie sê? 40,000, 40,000, who says at 40,000? Anyway, gentlemen, at 40,000 now. Glad you don't want him. At 40,000, number 40,000, at 40,000, number 40. We are tata. No, beg your pardon. I thought it was a bit. At 40,000. At 40,000. About 40,000. Look at me, gentlemen. At 40,000. Nobody want him. At 40,000. Let's try 35. 35. 35. Surely, gentlemen. Buy a spare bull at 35 now. 35. At 35. Anyway, gentlemen, at 35. Nobody want him. At 35. 35,000, gentlemen. Nobody want him at 35. Kaya ke pume madoda i project yam lena I project yam ya sem van zayithenga lenkonzo zayithengisa somehow doyisiwe okwangoku but that is temporary take ndayengena nakuparlamente nam ngeli xesha temporary izinto temporary measure. Number 19, ladies and gentlemen, is this bull. He's as long as a train. That's where you get your length from and your weight from in the calves. Smooth, nice coat, ladies and gentlemen. Nice bull here. What do you say about him, ladies and gentlemen? Beefmaster, BKB, what say you, dames here? Can I go here, please, at 40,000, gentlemen? 40,000. 40,000, gentlemen, at 40,000. Who's looking at me at 40,000 now? 40,000. 40,000, gentlemen, at 40,000. Thank you. At 40,000. At 40,000. I got a 42, 2, got a 42, 2, got a 42. At 42,000. Number 42, gentlemen. At 42, at 42, got a 42, 2, got a 42. At 42, is it about meneer? 44, at 46, at 46, I got a 46 now. 48, at 48, about a 48, 8, about a 48, at 48, at 48, Tians, but at 48, gentlemen. 48, maak weer so, at 48, at 48,000, I got a 48, gentlemen. At 48,000, I'm not klaar. Mr. Landman, baie dankie. He sold, gentlemen, 48,000. He's going to go and work. He's going to go and work. Number 20. Number 20. He's also long, ladies and gentlemen. He hides nothing, this one. He's nice and balanced. Ek gaan vir jou nou sê. Nummer 4. Nummer 4. Number 20 is hierdie bull se nommer, dames en here. He's nice and balanced. Nice little bull here, gentlemen. He's growthy. What do you say about him? Start, we're going to go be saying, what do you say at 40,000, please? 40,000, 40,000, 40,000. This man's breeding these bulls for you. You need to reward him, gentlemen. 40,000, 40,000, about 40,000. He has to work with something next year. At 40,000 anyway, 40,000, it's easy to bid, you just put up your hand. At 40,000, at 40,000, about 40,000. At 40,000, nobody want him. At 40,000, niemand self stel niemand belang nie, here. 35, 35 please, 35, 35,000, about 35, 35,000. At 35, julle gaan spyt wees. At 35,000, about 35, 35, at 35,000. Mr. Kues Yabulet, Yakwatat, buyer number 31. 9 bulls left, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get caught short. Don't get caught short. Look at him. Look at him. Hy het bietjie handklip bloed. Hy het attitude. Sien jy? Sien jy? Sien jy dos? Sien jy daar? Sien jy? 21's the bull coming in, ladies and gentlemen. 21 coming in. The chap sitting next to Mr. Peter Brill is his swar, and you would do well to go and Mr. George Sati, Ian Sati, if you could go and, oh, he's gone now. Where is he gone? But remember, you'll see him at the Braai. Number 21 is the bull here, ladies and gentlemen. A nice tight sheath, if that's what you want. He's got an impressive hind quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 365 net mooie jaar into calving. You'll know that these dams aren't young. These cattle have been doing this for a long time. The Lassiter philosophy is right through this herd, has been always, ladies and gentlemen. Wie sê en wat sê hulle? 40,000, 40,000. 40,000, surely, gentlemen, at 40,000, functional cattle. 40,000, 40,000, about 40,000, anyway, gentlemen, at 40,000. Look at me, please. 40,000, 40,000, about 40,000, anyway. 40,000, stel iemand belang, here. 35, 35. 35,000 for a spare bull. 35,000, Peter Herseman, donkey. 35,000, about 35, 5 at 35. CB, what do you say? Mola Mama, at 35, at 35, at 35, 5 at 35. I've got one bid. At 35, at 35,000. No more. 35,000. Mr. Herseman buys, ladies and gentlemen, 23. 23 is the buyer's number. Baba, my man, you've got some work to do. 22 is coming in. 22 is coming in. Neat. Neat little bull coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Nice tight sheath again here. What do you say about him if that's what you want? But he's got skin. He's got skin and growth, ladies and gentlemen. And you'll notice he's long. He's long. You've been waiting for him, ladies and gentlemen. Take him home with you, VC, and 40,000 VC. 40,000. 40,000 surely at 40,000. Anybody want him, gentlemen? 40,000. 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000 now. 40,000, 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000, gentlemen. At 40,000, I've got one bid. At 40,000, at 40,000, number 40,000, at 40,000. 42, 42, got a 42. At 42, Mr. Hal Butler now. At 42, Praat Via Manera. At 42, got a 42, 2 got a 42. Gentlemen, I'm not clear at 42, I'm not clear. No more. Mr. Halley Butler buys, ladies and gentlemen. Have you got a number, my friend? Number 11. I forgot about that. You were the left wing. There you go. Thank you very much. 23 is a bull you should have marked, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of growth here. An impressive muscling. What do you say about him, ladies and gentlemen? Daar I say. 23 zijn nommer deur. Am I right? 23. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Intercarving of 379 days. Wie sê en wat sê hulle? 40,000 asseblief, Here. 40,000. 40,000. Anywhere surely, look at me. 40,000. 40,000, ladies and gentlemen. Wie stel belang? 40,000, that's not money for this bull, gentlemen. 35, please. 35, 35 at a 35, Mr. Fulmer, where are you? 35, 35,000 anyway, gentlemen, at 35,000, nobody want him. 35, stel him on belang, here. 35,000, stel him on belang. At 35, I'm waiting for you. At 35, thank you, gentlemen. At 35, Simon. At 35, down number at 35. Gentlemen, I've got one. Glenn, is that man bidding there? No. No more. Thank you very much, Mr. Greg Harvey's. Thank you very much. 35,000. $24. 24. Somebody with 24. Impressive color of white. Look past the indices, ladies and gentlemen. His birth mass of 34 kilos. And incredible figures there right through. Also 384 his mother, ladies and gentlemen. Vise and Vatsiele. Who wants more than a cow to give you a calf of this quality every year? Vise and Vatsiele, dames en heren. Somebody will want this color. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? I'd like to attain 40,000 for this bull, gentlemen. 40,000. 40,000. Wie stel belang, dames en heren? 40,000 asseblief. 40,000. Anybody want him? 40,000. I'll tell you what, let's start at 35. 35. Hello? 35,000 anyway, gentlemen, at 35. 35,000 at 35, 5 at 35, nobody want him. 35, 35, don't make a mistake, chaps. At 35,000. At 35, nobody want him at 35. Think carefully. Ek gee julle kans at 35. At 35,000, nobody want him, gentlemen. At 35, Mr. CBMs, are you sure? At 35. Chair, at 35,000 anyway, gentlemen, functional cattle. At 35, nobody want him. I'm not loud, gentlemen. Nobody want him. Number 24 is also a challenge. $25. This chap won't be sold, not sold, ladies and gentlemen. You can take him anywhere. A bigger chap, he's smooth, he's got everything where it needs to be. Reg, here, wat sê hulle? Who says and what do you say, gentlemen? Start, we're going to go, don't make a mistake here, gentlemen. I'd like 40,000 for him. 40,000, please. 40,000. 40,000, number 40,000, number 40,000 now. At 40,000, at 40,000. Take advantage of this, gentlemen. 42, 42, got a 44, 44, 46, 46, got a 46, 46 if you want him, buy him. 46, 46, one more, yes, it's just like this. At 46, got a 46, gentlemen. At 46,000, at 46, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not klaar. No more. My one, bye-bye, donkey. 46,000, buy number one. Number one, I thought he wouldn't go home. He wouldn't stay at home, I beg your pardon. 26 is this bull coming in. He's nice, dark color, growthy bull, ladies and gentlemen. He's as long as a train. They're getting better and better. Start, we're going to go over here and what's here? Prach billetjie here, we say. If you like that color, can I go at 40,000, please? 40,000, don't make a mistake, gentlemen, at 40,000. 40,000, praat met my here. 40,000, 40,000, nobody want him. What do you say, sir? At 35,000. 35 at 35, 5 at 35, 5 at 35 now. At 35 at 35, 5 at 35, 5 at 35 now. At 35. The bull to buy, gentlemen. The year to buy bulls. At 35 at 35, 5 at 35. I'll take 1,000 anyway. At 35. At 35,000. I've got one bid of 35,000, gentlemen. Are you sure? And ladies. No more. 35,000, you've got him, sir. Anhouer Wensela. 15 is the buyer's number. 15 is the buyer's number, gentlemen. Aylesbury, thank you very much. Colleen. Right, 27's not going home, that's for sure. Hindquarter. His number? 27, ladies and gentlemen, a good converter here. Hindquarters here, ladies and gentlemen. We say strong through the indices, 363 into carving. If this is what you want, ladies and gentlemen, start. We're going to go at 40,000. Craig Fletcher, what do you say, sir? What do you say at 40,000 anyway, gentlemen? Start me at 40,000 now. 40,000. Stel iemand belang here. 35, please. 35,000. 35,000 over the 35,5 is it, Peter? 35,000 over the 35,5 at 35 now. At 35. At 35 at 35,5 at 35,000 only. At 35. At 35,000 over the 35, gentlemen. At 35. At 35,000 over the 35. At 35,000, gentlemen and ladies. 36, 38. 38, about 38, roep my. At 38, Cam you. At 38, 40. At 40, at 42. At 42, got a 42. Thanks for your help, my friend. At 42, Peter Yay. At 42, at 42, got a 42. At 42,000. 44. You owe yourself a at 44, it's a Cameron your bid. At 44, got a 44, gentlemen. At 44, no more. 44,000, ladies and gentlemen. Cameron, you got buyer number 14. Buyer number 14, Shamar. Box 28647. They've been living there long. There you are. Number. Voorlaaste bil, dames en heren, 28, 29 and 30 to come in. BC and Vatsela, beautiful little head on this bull here. He's got lots to like, ladies and gentlemen. He's number 28 for you to do. He's a growthy bull. He's got hindquarters. Everything's where it should be, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful tail setting, BC and Vatsela, dames en heren. Can I go? Can I go here, ladies and gentlemen? 40,000, please. 40,000. 40,000. Who wants him at 35? 35,000 at 35. Nobody wants him at 35. 35,000 surely at 35. Don't make a mistake, yet, chaps. At 35. At 35. At 35. Can I get a butt? At 35. At 35. At 35, gentlemen. At 35. Nobody wants him. At 35. At 35,000. Ladies and gentlemen, no. 35. At 35. Dankie my wom. At 35. At 35, 5 at 35, 5 at 35, at 35, at 35, at 35,000, ladies and gentlemen, allemaal klaar. Hy gaat Martino toe, here, of is it die ander plaas? Ander plaas. Have you got a number, man? I'll say, buyer number 21, meneer Meiberg Erasmus, Dirk Meiberg Erasmus. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Number 29, voorlaaste bil here, tight sheath if that's what you want. He's nice and coaty. You can take him anywhere, gentlemen. Wie sê en wat sê julle? Can I go here, gentlemen, at 40,000, please? 40,000, 35. 35 anyway, gentlemen, at 35. 35, 35 at 35, 5 at 35 now. 35, 35 is going to Cascart. At 35, at 35 at 35, 5 at 35. At 35, Uncle Lennox, not for you. At 35 at 35, 5 at 35,000. The Snelling's buy. Thank you very much. 29. Buy number 19. Buy bull number 29. Puma boy. Puma boy. 19. 9. I'll tell you now. Sam, what's that number, Bill? Number 2. 22. 22. Right, the last bull on sale here, ladies and gentlemen. Bearing in mind, you can come and talk to me about the 3 bulls not sold. What do you say about this chap here? What do you say? Lekker clear op hom, here. Well put together bull. Nice little head here, gentlemen. What do you say? A good converter. Can I go at 40,000, please? 40,000. 35,000. 35. 35. Wie sê dames hier? 35. 30. 35. Stel iemand belang. 35. Nobody want him at 35, gentlemen. Surely at 35 now. 35,000. Anybody want him at 35? Say it, yeah. 35. 35,000. Nobody want him at 35,000, gentlemen. Nobody want him at 35. At 35. At 35,000, nobody want him. Kosiam? Ucho. This gentleman has bought 3 bulls. He says he'd like to give you 30 for this bull. Is there any advance, ladies and gentlemen? No more. Mr. Koe, siyabulela. Utatu ifumene landa befuna. Nathi siyabulela. Imali ikuphileyo apha namhlanje. And that goes for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We are extremely thankful for your attendance, your spirit bidding on the bulls. There are 3 bulls, however. Does anybody want any of these bulls, 14, 18, or 24 at 35,000? Just stick up your hand. We can do it now. Otherwise, you might go there and have a bit of competition. Okay. Clearly, you've come for the females. Right, chaps. There are 12 females on sale here today, ladies and gentlemen, and the sale order is obviously lot 31, and my disorganized page says to me, Matthew, you're going to have to give me that information again. Okay, I've got them. Sorry, 31, there are 2 heifers and a second carver. 2 heifers and a second carver, ladies and gentlemen. They're certified in calf. From the 15th of October to the 15th of December. The beauty about that, ladies and gentlemen, you can take them home, they're going to adapt, they're going to be comfortable, and everything is going to be hunky-dory. They'll calve before you go on holiday, everything's lekker. Right, chaps, he's thought of everything, this chap. Right, gentlemen, who says and what do you say? 3 van die bestes here, out of the herd, ladies and gentlemen. Wie sê en wat sê hulle 15,000 asseblief? 15,000. 15,000 anywhere, thank you at 15,000, donkey. 15,000. 15,000, number 15,000, 1,000, number 15,000 now. 15,000. 15,000, number 15,000, 1,000, number 15,000, gentlemen, I've got one bid. At 15,000. At 15,000, number 15,000, 1,000, number 15,2. 15,2, get a 15,2, 15,4. 15,4, get a 15,4, 4, get a 15,4, sir. 15,4. 15,4, get a 15,4, 4, get a 15,4, what do I do? At 15,4. At 15,4, get a 15,4, 15,6. 15,6, 15,6, 15,8, 15,8, I got a 15,8, sir. At 15,8, at 15,800, at 15,800. Gentlemen and ladies, are you done? Class? 16, 16, number 16, sir. 16,2, 16,2, got a 16,2. 16,2, don't make a mistake, gentlemen. At 16,2, the calf price is going up, the slaughter price is going up, even the store lambs, I don't know what bearing that's got on here, but anyway. At 16,2, at 16,2, got a 16,2, gentlemen. At 16,2, at 16, is that a bit? 16,4, 16,4, 16,6, 16,6, about a 16,6, sir. At 16,000 says, at 16,6, at 16,600. 16,8. At 16,8, ons gaat net nou braai. At 16,8, at 16,8, about a 16,8, 17,000. 17, 17, about a 17, where's my bid now? At 17, about a 17, gentlemen. At 17,000. No more. He started them. I've knocked down my chum. I know that telephone story from China. May I sell them? They sold, thank you, meneer Meiberg Erasmus, koop baie dankie, here. Thank you very much. I'll give you that number now. 23. 21, that's 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put the next 3 up. 1 or more. So if you want the next lot, and you only want that lot, they will be yours. But if you should want the next 2 lots with them, you have to be the highest bidder to be able to say yes. So 32, there are 3 second carvers. 33, there's a sixth carver and 2 fifth carvers. That's right. And then the last lot are a 3rd carver, a 9th carver, and an 8th carver. So these cows are just getting more and more mature. Okay. But we're on lot 32 now. 3 second carvers, ladies and gentlemen, in the prime of their lives. Wie sê en wat sê hulle, dames en here? 15,000 via my wam. 15,000. 15,000, thank you. 15,000, I got a 15,000, I got a 15,000 now. At 15, at 15,000, hoe sê ek meneer? 15, 15, 2, 15, 2, got a 15, 2, 2, got a 15, 2. Jy gaat hulle kry. At 15, 2, at 15, 2, got a 15, 4, 15, 4, 15, 6, 15, 6, we are tetam shagas. 15, 6, 15,008, 16,000, 16,000, about a 16,000 E1 ke, at 16,000, at 16,000, about a 16,000. Gentlemen, are you done? No more. 16.1. No. Language. 16.2. 16.2. Get a 16.2. Ya tetam shagas. At 16.2. 16,002 kwela tala. 16.2. 16.2. Get a 16.2. Ya pinda. 16.2. 16.3. I sent Gritilo with 16 shagas. Equal nyumdo. 16.2 kwela tala. 16.2. 16.2 get a 16.2. Banomonde nje kancinci wena uzasifumana. I'm not clear at 16.2. My friend vat jy die lot of nie? Net hierdie lot. 16.2 goes buyer number 27. Buyer number 27. Right. 2 lots left. Zintandathu inkomo eshekileyo ke ngoku manene. This lot coming in is lot number 33. 2 of these are 5th calvers and one's a 6th carver. Nice mature cows know exactly what they do. They're only here because they've had calves every single year. You know what the Lasseter philosophy is? If you don't calve it, go to the house. The slaughterhouse. They don't want to go. Beautiful uniformity here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 beautiful red cows. 33 is their lot number. They're in calf. Remember, you're going to be on holiday and they'd have calves at foot. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? Start. We're going to go VC and what's here? 15,000, my one. 15,000. 15,000 anywhere, gentlemen, at 15,000. 15,000 VC. 15,000 donkey. At 15,000. At 15,000, I got a 15,000 Tambos. At 15,2. At 15,2. 15,4. 15,4. 15,6. 15,8. 15,800 equally. 16 can walk. 16,000. 16,000, about 16,000 town, about 16,2. At 16,2, I got a 16,2. At 16.2. No more. No, I think we've got a bit of an error in communication here. So let's leave it to the auctioneer to do. 16,200 to Mr. Landman, sold. I'll take that afterwards. Johan, why that little dry laugh of yours? I think you've known me a long, long time. Just remember, if you're the shy type, as julle skaam en teruggetrokke is, dames en here, en julle wou nie be nie, en julle wou 'n bil gehad het, kom praat met my, Here, ek sal dit vir julle hanteer. Daar's 3 bulle wat nie verkoop is nie. Ek het 3 van die laaste koeie nou om te verkoop. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been a tough sale, but that's what happens in this industry. And we're going to sell them, and we're happy that we've sold them. That's this man's motto here next to me. I've known him a long time. This is lot number 34, ladies and gentlemen. There's a 3rd carver, there's a 8th carver, and there's a 9th carver. So if you're looking for fertility, and I'm absolutely sure they're all going to have heifers, that I'm sure of. And you will laugh at me. You will laugh at me. But my uncle was a man named Irwin Church. And test this if you want. He said to me, Jeremy, if you look at a cow that is within 1 month of calving, and its tail is all squinched up like this, it will have a bull calf. And if it's hanging free, the tail switch, it will have a heifer calf. That is the absolute truth. You're going to test me, and you're going to tell me it's the truth. Here's a heifer. Right, gentlemen, what do you say? I promise you that's true. Right, gentlemen, and I didn't have any nicks or anything on. Right, gentlemen, who says, and what do you say? The last 3 on sale today. Wie sê en wat sê julle dames here? Can I go? Gentlemen, start me, I'll tell you. 14,000 Dankie. 14,000 net ek. 14,000. 14,2. 14,2. 14,4. 14,4. Hat 14,6. I got a 14,6. 14,8. 14,8. I got a 15,000 no. 15. 15. I got a 15,2. Got a 15,2. 15,4. 15,4. Dankie, my oom. Hat 15,4. Hat 15,4. Got a 15,4. Got a 15,4. At 15,004. No more. Mr. Landman buys, ladies and gentlemen, say your own grace, get a steak, drive home carefully after you've settled your accounts. Thank you very much.